What you doing?
Cutting a bitch.
What you
Cutting a
doing?
bitch. Yep.
Real people.
Yep.
If you know what I'm referring to when I do what you doing, you're a real one. Do you know what I'm referring to?
You're a real person if you know what
No,
you're
just
doing.
a real one.
You're a real individual. Only real individuals know what you're doing.
I am the master commander. You will respect me before I slay you, bitch.
With your boy Chavez. That was great.
What's going on, ChavezzSlovakia? It's your boy Chavez here, back with another banger for your bitch ass.
Oh, I like that.
Oh man, it goes away so quick.
I know.
The high goes away so fast.
We're here to watch what's the best you ever found. I want to stop. This is so hilarious.
I've run out of things to say though.
I know. Oh.
We've lost the hole.
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse. It's like
You just sound like Dumbledore. I don't know if I could love you if your voice sounded like that.
Oh, I think I could love me.
Skidden, will you take my hand in marriage? Will you? Because I've loved you. And I can't live without you.
Happy birthday, Mr. President.
Alright, we're definitely done. With it. All right.
That's enough.
That was great.
I really wanted to do that.
What are the best loopholes that you've found ever in your life? Let's find out.
What is the best loophole you ever found? I guess this is kind of a loophole. One of my proudest moments nonetheless. In the final semester of my senior year in high school, I decided to take a class called Physics Second. I liked the first physics class I took. I thought that this would be a fun class to go out on.
So dizzy.
Yeah,
It was
no.
basically
Okay,
app
I should probably
physics.
stop doing
I was
this
in way
now.
over
Probably.
my head.
What if my
It's
voice
not
is
that
stuck
I
like
wasn't
this forever?
trying.
It would
It's
be
that
horrible
physics
when I
just
leave.
wasn't a subject I could easily
You
You
understand.
understand the video's on.
I fe-
Okay, alright, thank you.
I'm listening.
I know, I'm just backing it up a little bit.
One of my proudest
After me,
moments
it's like
nonetheless. In the final semester of my senior year in high school, I decided to take a class called Physics Second. I liked the first physics class I took. I thought that
This
this
better
would
be
be a
good.
fun class to go
No,
out
this
on.
is so long.
It was basically app physics.
Oh.
I was in way over my
Yep.
head. It's not that I wasn't trying. It's that physics just wasn't a subject I could
Oh,
easily
I'm not good
understand.
at physics anyway,
I
so
failed
I'm
a
not
lot
saying
of
anything.
tests. At the end of the semester I had a D going into the final.
Nice.
I'm freaking out at this point thinking that my college acceptance is going to be pulled.
And it would be if
Our
you fail.
final project is about buoyancy. The task is to build a boat that could support you and your
Oh my
partner out
God.
of nothing but cardboard,
Oh
glue
my
and 20
God.
feet of duct tape.
Well, what the fuck kind of class is this?
If you could paddle to the end of a pool and back with you and your partner in the boat,
Cardboard?
you get an A on that aspect
What?
of the project. Great. Then my teacher made the mistake of offering an extra incentive. For every length of the pool you could go beyond that
Oh,
without
no,
sinking.
are you
You'd get 40
serious?
extra credit points. Extra credit was my only hope.
Are you
We went out and found the sturdiest cardboard we could find. We carefully folded, glued and cut the cardboard into a canoe type of boat. It looked great. The day finally came. The entire class brought their boats out and we started. Most people made it to the end of the pool before
Oh,
their boats
heck
started
no.
to disintegrate.
Okay.
One group made it back and fought 13 times before they
times.
sank.
Wow.
Well, we were the very last team. We go in and start paddling. We make it to the end, paddle back, then out and back again, and again, and again. We crossed the pool 60 times before our teacher made us stop. We did not sink. We both earned 2,400 extra credit points. I went from a D to an A on the very last final I ever had in high school.
That's
True story
great.
and one of my greatest days.
What did you use? I bet you he used like some fucking Flex Seal to glue that.
Oh, maybe he just cheated.
Do I have a good one? I had saved up a crap load of coins and needed to get them counted.
We do that like every couple of years. We have like a shit ton of coins that we save up and then send in.
I went to a bank that I knew had a coin counter, mine didn't, and asked the staff if I could use it if I belonged to another bank. She said sure, and so I did. It was about $800 plus when all
Jesus.
We don't
counted.
ever have that
I
many
took my
coins.
slip to
Hell
the
no.
counter, and she asked if I had an account with them. I explained I didn't, but the lady at the front said I could use it. She comes over, bitch, and says she didn't realize I didn't have an account here. WTF. And I would need to pay 20% of my coins total. I was fuming for about 5 seconds. Then I turned to the teller and said I'd like to open an account,
No, you
please.
didn't, bitch.
She was pissed, but sent me to the other section to open
No,
an
you
account.
didn't.
I deposited the money into my
And then
account,
withdrew
waited
that
until
shit.
I got my card, withdrew it and went in, and closed the account. It was a lengthy workaround, but it worked.
Yep.
Alright, then I want to open the motherfucking
Fucking
account then.
stupid.
And I want this bitch to do it. I want to wait here all goddamn day.
Yeah.
In first grade, our school had catch a kid cards. Every time you did something good, you get one.
That
Whoever
sounds
had the most
predatory as fuck.
It
don't
really does, bro. Just go out here and be catching kids. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
at the end of the year won a prize. My teacher, to promote animal awareness or some shit, gave us one card for each newspaper story we brought in that had something to
I
do
just
with
did
animals.
it because my
Yes.
back hurt.
Yeah, mine too. I'm like for every video. I got a real good wobble to me too. I can do like revert. I can like stop it like midway. You know what I mean? Like bring it back. You know what I mean? I'm going this way. You got to go the other way. You can't do it reverse. You can only wobble one way. Okay, then you pass the wobble to me. Then I'll pass it back. You motherfucker! This is what are we like a riptide? So stupid. We're so
wait,
goddamn-
I can do it. Wait, I can
We're
do
so
it.
goddamn.
Look, I can do
Just
it.
practice
So
what
instead
it
of
is.
being a good kid doing good deeds, I just
This is
combed
not
through
right.
the newspaper
Same
each day and hoarded cards through animal stories. Eventually she was like, alright, for fuck's sake, you're only getting half of a card for each story. And I was like, Miss Fives, I do not give a fuck, and continued bringing in the stories.
Damn.
I destroyed all the competition and won the grand prize of a $50
Lit.
Toys R Us gift card, which, when converted from 6-year-old dollars into US dollars, is about $24,500.
I have a story about this.
Okay.
So I was in public school at one point in my life.
Right, you weren't homeschooled forever.
Right. And we all know I was a fucking nerd. So all I did was fucking read books. And so I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I went into the little system and I just scrolled through the books that you could take tests on. I was like, oh, I read this book.
Damn. And you just started taking
I
tests.
just started taking tests. I remember one day I took like 20 tests and I
Oh
brought them
my
all.
God.
I brought the little printouts because you had to print out the thing. I brought the little printouts to my teacher. My teacher was like, and she just like started put stickers next to my name, right? But this other little girl, she tried to compete with me. You know, she was like,
Right.
she tried to read more books than me, but bitch, you can't.
Right. Y'all
'Cause I'm-
fought over books.
They eventually made it so you could only take a maximum of like 5 tests
Got
in a
it.
day because
Right. Y'all was just on there just
she
taking
and I
hella
were fucking
tests.
fucking shit up. We fucking won that shit too.
You know what fucked me up though as a kid is it took me to being an adult to realize that like parents cheated when those things happened a lot of the times. Like,
Oh, like with the selling of like cookie doughs and stuff?
no, that, I mean, you know, you have to have your parents help. Like they told us, you know, your parents have to help you with that kind of stuff. But with book reading, we had to do book reports.
Yeah.
And it took me a long time to realize that the parents just like cheated to help their kids read. Because I was trying to figure out how some of my friends did book reports. They didn't read books.
Right.
But I'll go in, they would have book reports.
Oh, and like their parents did them.
Yeah,
Oh, that's wow.
for them. I know. I
that's
never.
crazy.
I know. And being kids like us, we never considered
I was gonna
that
say my parents would never.
ever in their life. Even
Mom,
when I
help me with this book report. Mom, help you what? Help you read the book?
science
Like,
projects, book reports, of course the selling things, but and any kind of like presentation or anything like that, like they would just do their stuff for them.
wow,
Yeah, I know.
that's crazy.
I know some of y'all are out there. I'm just saying, we being the kids didn't realize.
That's fucked up.
Oh,
You threw that
but
shit away.
whatever.
No way.
The American government wanted, and still wants, people to use $1 coins instead of notes. So they start selling $1 coins for $1. People used their credit cards to buy $100,000 worth of coins, and then immediately deposited them all into their bank, taking them out of circulation again to pay off their credit card, and then reap the rewards from the
Right.
credit card usage, usually in the realms of frequent flyer
Right.
miles. People were accumulating millions of miles worth of airline travel for free. Some new magazine was asking college students to send out subscription forms by email to all their friends. For each 25 emails you sent,
Oh,
you would get a
wow.
$10 Amazon gift
Wow.
card.
Hit the blind CC, baby.
Turns out, they didn't need to be real emails.
Oh my God,
I made about
yeah.
$100 before they told me to stop.
Told me to stop.
I hate having a great answer to late. I coach a high school team. We recently bought airfare with Spirit Airlines.
Why?
To take 9 students
Don't
to
you
a
love your
competition.
students?
2 of the students cancelled about a month out from the trip, and we had to replace them with 2 different students. Spirit Airlines policy, no name changes. Can't even pay a fee to change the name.
Yeah.
The tickets are basically lost.
What?
I have to buy new tickets.
Spirit's
Spirit's
trash.
customer service is overseas, and they plainly don't care at all about
They really
customer
don't.
service. Because they don't
Wow.
actually work for Spirit etc. Except that Spirit Airlines does allow passengers to correct misspellings. And these folks don't really recognize nonsense names. So over 4 calls, I changed the names of the cancelled students to the names of the new students. 2 letters at a time.
2 letters
No one
at
at
a
Spirit
time.
customer service made a note, because who would care? And no one ever notices that the correct names during the intermediate steps were
Wow.
nonsense. Also, fuck Spirit.
Wow.
That's fucking
That's a
good.
fucking good one.
We're gonna end off that. That has got to be the best one I've ever seen.
Wait, where did my balloon go?
It's definitely empty of helium at this
No,
point.
it's not.
Okay, go for it. Try your damnedest. Try your
I'll
damnedest.
see you later, ChavezzSlovakia.
Wow, it's really not
Peace
empty.
out.
All right.
So at the end of the school year, both of our names, like we're at the top because we're at the top things, both of our names are going back and forth across the fucking board.
Yeah.
We fucking won that shit too.
You know what fucked me up though as a kid is it took me to being an adult to realize that like parents cheated when those things happened a lot of the times. Like,
Oh, like with the selling of like cookie doughs and stuff?
no, that, I mean, you know, you have to have your parents help. Like they told us, you know, your parents have to help you with that kind of stuff. But with book reading, we had to do book reports.
Yeah.
And it took me a long time to realize that the parents just like cheated to help their kids read. Because I was trying to figure out how some of my friends did book reports. They didn't read books.
Right.
But I'll go in, they would have book reports.
Oh, and like their parents did them.
Yeah,
Oh, that's wow.
for them. I know. I
that's
never.
crazy.
I know. And being kids like us, we never considered
I was
that
gonna say my parents would never.
ever in their life. Even
Mom,
when I
help me with this book report. Mom, we help you what? Help you read the book?
science
Like,
projects, book reports, of course the selling things, but and any kind of like presentation or anything like that, like they would just do their stuff for them.
wow,
Yeah, I know.
that's crazy.
I know some of y'all are out there. I'm just saying we being the kids didn't realize